Thanks for joining us. Today I'd like to show you how to make these drink stands. They're just ideal for two people. They're great in a crowd, and there's a lot of parts to put together, and I'll start doing it now. Okay, this is the first basic piece. It's a piece of 2 by 8, which is 7.5 inches wide, and it's 9.5 inches long. Now, to find the center of a piece, because you're going to be putting holes in it, you turn it over and put a cross on it right to the corner to corner and put a line in it, and then do the same with that. Now from that, then you have a little center punch that you punch right there, and that's your center. I've drilled a hole right through it, and I've also countersunk it so that when the screw sits in there, it's in there flat. I've also drawn the top pattern. It's just a curved center, and that's what I'll do right now. Okay, I'm going to be routering the edges, and you have to go from right to left with this, because the speed is 25,000 revolutions per minute, much faster than the average motor. And so you have to go from right to left. And if we go the wrong direction, it will just fly out of your hand. This is the first piece finished, and now I'll put the stand on. Now, this is just a common, ordinary stair rail, and you cut the end off, and you end up with something that's short, but looks pretty fancy. So it fits on there like this. I'll put a screw through it and put some glue on it. Okay, I've got a hole that's countersunk, and I've drilled a hole right through it. Okay, I'm just putting the two edges flat. This is square down here and it's flat here. So I'm just going to make sure that they look straight. This piece is finished now. I've clamped this pattern on so it doesn't move at all, because I have to draw around it and I have to mark some holes in here, and I don't want the pattern to shift at all. I've made my own pattern. I design a lot of my own stuff. Now I'm going to mark 9 holes in here. Okay, there's the bottom side I marked. Now I have to flip the pattern over to do the top part. But I'll mark these with a punch first so they're easier to see. This is the top side. It's a little fancier than the bottom. Just as a base, so I don't need to cut the bottom out at all. And I just have to cut the outside and sand it and then drill the holes in it. Whereas the top piece, which will be flipped over, and these holes only go halfway through, and the holes, by flipping it over like that, the holes should line up with the bottom one. Okay, I've got the table a little bit higher, and the actual sander is lower than this, so I can hold onto it flat. I'll lock it down. I put a stop on this so that it's only going to go down about halfway. So it doesn't go through. Okay, I'm just going to drill a hole straight through this so that I can put a screw in it and drill it onto and attach it onto the stem. At the top of the router, I'll be going from right to left. The bottom of the router, will be going from left to right. So I'll be going in this manner all around, both ways. So this is how it works. Okay, the next step is to put this bottom piece onto this stem, and I'll put some glue on it. Okay, I'm going to be cutting some glue in these holes and then hammering these little filials down, as they're called, a strange name. So make sure you grind the middle one off, because there's a screw in there in the main stem. The rest of them should be all right. To make sure that the dowels or filials are down tight, I'm just putting little clamps on each one to hold it down till the glue sets. I'm just clamping all of this down so that they all are tight. While that glue's drying, I'll cut out some little cork pieces for the top. You can buy this cork in the hobby stores. The glue's now dry. I've taken all the clamps off, and now I'm just going to put a little piece of cork on the front of these, and just to keep the drinks from getting all over the place. So I'll put some glue on them. Put a little weight on it to hold them down. So I've got the cork on. I'll leave the glue on the cork for a couple of hours. So that completes this project, and you can paint it or stain it. And this is Ron Rushworth. Thanks for watching.